Northeastern winless, and here we go. I'll keep my eyes on Synthex here and see if he can start to find that the ranked form that Daz was talking about on the desk, if he can establish some sort of dominance for Northeastern. But off this first kickoff, it's going to be Flommed behind the ball. Actually, kick back again. Synthex picks up the save on the back side, and it's already flipped back to Florida Poly, putting some shots on net.
And this is going to be a big series here. I think this is definitely Northeastern's best chance at a win that they've had. They've had quite a few Game 5 losses, which are always tough to take, but at the same time, ooh, Rex getting that first goal. So Florida Poly out to a quick start, and Northeastern, the woes continue.
Now Rex actually gets this goal. Floms was avoiding a demo. He had no boost, and I mean, that's about as good as you can approach the ball. I think the only thing Floms might have been able to do better there was to jump just a tad later, but he was trying to avoid that bump that sent him into a tad of a panic. And so it's 1-0 the other way for Florida Poly. Jay Frazier trying to pick up the next save, and it's knocked out to the side for Synthex.
That's a good flick from Synthex, however. Another good one, beating out two defenders and getting that tap right there. So good work done by Synthex. They haven't gotten a goal for it, but that certainly did help the offensive attack. And now a couple of demos coming out, the demo and the bump. We're seeing some good plays from Northeastern as they're trying to stabilize after going down early.
That was pretty good in that corner as well to stabilize, keeping it slow, letting the opponent hit the ball into you. They're not going to get a super powerful touch when they're trying to out-mind game you on the back wall. So just trying to keep that ball away there on the corner. Did enough to get Florida Poly out, but then the offense died for Northeastern, or rather, the offense never really got started. And they have to start again with Jay Frazier. They'll take some boost for their efforts, but now they want to move downfield quickly. Floms punches it over. Does he get a shot? Jay Frazier slows it down, and the rotation a bit botched on offense.
Yeah, the spacing wasn't quite there. Synthex was waiting for a pass. It never came. And then when the pass did come, he wasn't really expecting it, and the positioning didn't work out. So Northeastern, rather, they had some good moments. They've been making some good individual plays and doing a good job of making some space on their own, but they're really going to have to work on the team communication, the team positioning to really go that extra step to get the goal.
Ooh, Rex couldn't find the ball over Synthex, and Dezu loses his 50 against Jay Frazier, so that puts Northeastern back on the orange half, and a very slow approach from Jay Frazier. Was managing limited boost for a bit there, but then Florida Poly steal the ball away in midfield, just can't get the ball out in space, out to a teammate. They have to start again from their own back wall. A stop here from Floms, off the ceiling, just a little too far away from the ball, and Synthex grabs it quickly. Northeastern needs some time for the retreat, and they got it from Jay Frazier. Now a quick follow-up from Synthex, wants to harass the back line. This might be a chance for Floms, put some more pressure on Florida Poly, but they can't put any real pressure in front of the box. Florida Poly have done a good job shutting down those angles, forcing the ball out into the corner.
Yeah, especially Bobstow there. That play off the backboard, not only get the first tap, but the second. That was a dire situation for him. If he doesn't get to that ball, doesn't make a good touch, that would have been a very difficult situation for Florida Poly to get out of, but he managed to do quite well there. So Florida Poly's defense holding up to this Northeastern team that has had quite a bit of possession, Jordan.
They have, and for Northeastern's sake, they still only have 2 shots on net. They just haven't had any pressure in front of this box. Jay Frazier, he's kind of playing that roaming role right now. He's been consistently staying upfield, trying to find value with bumps and demos, and even on the carry. He's always trying to carry the ball out, trying to out-mind game you on the 50. Here's a shot from Desu, and that will be 2 goals for Florida Poly, catching Northeastern out on defense.
And the boost game was dire. Floms had barely enough to even get close, but it proved to not be enough to make the play. And that was a delightful little pass, popping it up, baits out the defender, beats the others, and Florida Poly, despite having to stay on their own side quite a bit and field some of the attacks.
Woo!
And just as I said it, Northeastern get on the board.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice passing play as well to pull within 1 for Northeastern. I like seeing more of this. The passing lanes have been closed for the most part on offense for Northeastern. They just haven't had the chance to set up for the positioning. That's something that's really impressed me with CRL lately, James. I know we were talking a little bit about it in the green room earlier, but the passing specifically in CRL down the entire list of conference teams has improved so much. Before, you could only count on one, maybe two teams out of each conference to really threaten you with infield passing plays. But now you see this and great redirects. Bob Stowe picks up one there. Florida Poly 2-goal lead.
Oh, we saw him making reads on defense. Now this one on offense gets up, twirls around, and gets a perfect hit on that ball. Well done by Bob Stowe.
Probably puts Northeastern out of range for game one. And you like that passing play they had off the kickoff, but other than that, again, it's the spacing when they do get on offense. It's the boost that they don't have when they finally get back to the orange half of the field. Maybe they get a chance with time left. They actually will score here. Synthex will pick up the missed rebound. There's some time left.
Yeah, Bob Stowe, he was just coming off on the respawn. Didn't really have much boost to work with Synthex. He was able to poke it right by Bob Stowe. I think tried to act a little too quickly. Perhaps had more time than he realized on that play.
There's not a lot of time on the clock for Northeastern. Is only game one, and I feel like they've started to grab more and more of the ball as time has gone on. This is their last chance, and now playing merry-go-round around their corner. Can't grab the ball in midfield. Bob Stowe, the hero for Florida Poly in game number one, might just give them the lead in the match, and it will. Florida Poly.
Yeah, I think Bob Stowe deserves this MVP on the game, making some good defensive plays. That shot there, it proved to be the game winner. So Bob Stowe everywhere, 5 shots as well, so he was doing some work. Northeastern, on the other hand, had great possession for a large part of that first half of the game, but the shots were just nowhere to be found. We saw even one play where the ball was coming across the middle, and the rotation wasn't there, Jorby. So they're doing good to win their challenges, to make defenders miss as they're taking it up the field, but we need to see Northeastern get that cohesive play to cap it all off. Get that pass out into the middle for a teammate who's well positioned to receive it and take the shot. That's where we didn't really see Northeastern make the plays.
Yeah, I feel like they went all in on their positioning one way or the other. Like they would either completely play the optimistic position angle where, all right, first man's going to win this no matter what, even if it didn't necessarily look like that, or they would just completely play the loss and be too far off the ball. As with all things in life, James, balance. The great balance on offense. They got to find the right decisions in that second man role. I do think that Jay Frazier, he got lost a couple of times because he would just jet downfield, look for bumps and demos, look for those types of value plays, because they were obviously frustrated that they couldn't get through Florida Poly's defense, but he wasn't really connecting on any of those. It wasn't unless it was convergence on the ball that they really found any sort of value out of that. So Northeastern, the woods get a little bit thicker, and Synthex will start off throwing the ball downfield.
The woods might be thick, but I do think that this Northeastern team does have the machetes to deal with the overgrown jungle, whatever you want to call it.
They got the flint. They got the flint on in the storage.
They've got the tools. We've seen them. Even there, it's just that they're not on the same page team-wise, but individually, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Northeastern team. They're just going to have to bring it all together, and that shot is going to test the defense. We'll see how they fare right now.
And actually stretched them twice now. Desu, though, gets around one. Not going to be able to get around Jay Frazier. No one to immediately follow up Northeastern's rebound. But the challenge in midfield may give them a chance. Follow-up not fast enough for Florida Poly. This might be Northeastern's next chance, but that corner's been killing them. They have had no success in that right corner. They had to win a 50 like that. And what a save! Bob Stowe is popping off today!
I think he had a misread before that, but to make up for it, he gets that, and now they score. Florida Poly again having to hold off this Northeastern attack, and they find a way to punish as the overcommit comes through from Northeastern. Oh, that's got to be devastating.
somebody had to buy time. Two players had no boost. Jay Frazier was on the opposite side of the pitch. He left for the midfield boost rather than rotating on the in angle because he expected a challenge, something to happen in midfield to buy him an extra second.
But let's continue to talk about Bob Stowe. Already has a savior medal. And that save was crazy, coming out, predicting where that attacker was going to shoot. Now gets that win at the midfield. Bob Stowe has had such a good series so far.
When you win so many 50s in a row like that, or you make great saves, your car all of a sudden feels a little faster. Feels like you hit the ball a little bit harder, and you can fly up on a lot of those aerials. Bob Stowe coming back on the rotation. Just seems to have, eyes in the back of his car, which, technically you do have eyes in the back of your car. You can
maybe
stick it.
Maybe a rear view mirror.
That it would be a wonderful technology to have,
especially in a car.
It'd be important to know what's going on in your surroundings, especially in a game of Rocket League. Your surroundings are extremely important. Awareness is everything. Look at this pass to Dezu.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Yeah, he's using the side view mirrors, rear view mirrors, backup camera, the vision from Bob Stowe to get it over to Dezu. And that shot,
too hard.
That was
the ball's
good.
made of lead.
That was good.
Ball's made of lead. I like it from Florida Poly. The passes are good. Northeastern are giving you the space. They're wasting all of their boosts just to get to midfield, so why not?
But all joking aside, Jorby, the vision is such an important thing in Rocket League, and it's something that not a lot of players do, especially you go watch streamers, some of the lower level ones as well. You see that they don't really whip around the camera that much, but if you go watch a pro stream or you go watch, just someone who's playing the game at a high level, you'll see how much they use rear view and how much they use their right stick to whip around the camera and see if they've got a teammate backing them up, seeing if an opponent's coming to challenge that. So that vision really is an important part of stepping up your game and taking it to the next level. And a lot of CRL players now getting to that level. We've seen the level of play for CRL increase so much season over season. And this season, definitely the highest skill that we've ever seen, especially with teams like Northwood. So it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, Floms, does he have the goal? No, Bob Stowe got another catch. Bob Stowe, 4 saves now. Jay Frazier got the Floms. The offense looking a little better finally for Northeastern. They were struggling to actually find consistent pressure on the box again, but a couple of shots there will now keep Florida Poly honest, at least for a little bit. Desu's got no time. Floms throws it across, but the rest of Northeastern are still coming up. Synthex can't get back to the ball. Floms is too late, and that's another clear for Florida Poly.
And only 2 shots still for Florida Poly. They scored both of them. Northeastern, on the other hand, they've got 7 shots, still no goal to show for it. It's that finish that is missing, and we'll see if they can bring it back here now. And this is a good chance, a great pass.
Oh.
Synthex will finish it off. Jay Frazier did so much work in the corners, and it was rewarded.
Yeah, great. He just punched the ball off the orange car, and after that, it's just about following it up quickly, send it across the box. Wasn't too hard mechanically for Jay Frazier. It was just all about how that bounce was coming off the corner. And he nailed it. It's a good chance now for Northeastern to get set up. Maybe they get it off the kickoff, but Bob Stowe has got something to say about that. Oh, creeping up a little too far. Northeastern might get burned. That still might be a chance. Rex downfield, saved by Floms, but it's still hanging in front of the box and denied by Synthex coming back.
Synthex did pick up that full boost, so we might see a good counterattack here from Northeastern.
Back over to Floms. He'll get around Rex, but he's got to contend with Dezu. He'll get by him. They got to Synthex? No, Synthex was a little too wide. Still a little bit of time. Jay Frazier stops the ball. Synthex wants to give it back to him, but he completely missed it, and Floms cut in too hard. Third man blown by. Floms makes up for it with a pinch, but time's out. They got to get downfield, and the ball's headed the other way. Jay Frazier, one last chance, and Bob Stowe knocks it right in the gut. Dezu sets it up because why not? Florida Poly one away from a sweep.
Needed to keep that alive, failed to do so. Florida Poly, like you said, on a roll. Perhaps going to get the sweep, but you look at possession again and the number of shots in favor of Northeastern. They're just struggling to put it all together, but they've got that potential. However, Florida Poly on the defensive end, they've got Bob Stowe making stop after stop after stop, and that was what we saw the game start out with, was that huge save to deny the goal, and that eventually led to that counterattack, which Florida Poly was able to take the lead. So it's been a day for Bob Stowe. We'll see if he keeps it up in Game 3.
And Bob Stowe might be in my top 3 player name favorites to pronounce. It's just really fun to say Bob Stowe. Can we get the Bob Stowes in chat? I want nothing but a stream of Bob Stowes just for a second. That's all I want. Northeastern gonna try to get back into this match. James, I want to echo.
And emotes, though. Emotes that best emulate what, or best personify what the name Bob Stowe means to you.
I'm really curious what Twitch chat
I might bring it up.
Which emotes?
Which emote to you says Bob Stowe?
This is Rocket League or something like that. But for Northeastern, I want to echo what you were saying as we remake the server for the players. And that's, they have the philosophy on offense. Like, I think they have the right idea and they have the tools to be successful. But I think what's killing them is the third man especially on those last few pushes, were just acting so panicked. Like, they would rush towards a play before it actually developed. Instead of covering the final options and trying to keep the play contained, they were just trying to rush in and force an opportunity, whereas staying back is the better play for the third man in those situations when you don't know how the 50 is going to materialize, because you have the second man up there. That's what the second man's up there for. So there just has to be more trust. There isn't. I think we've hammered at that a couple of times. There's no trust on Northeastern right now.
And I mean, whether there's no trust or whatever the problem may be, the communication isn't there. We did see, though, a glimmer of hope near the end. Jay Frazier, he took the ball into the corner, did a lot of heavy lifting on his own, and did have a teammate there. So I think Northeastern, they're coming close. And they had, you just look at the shots last game, they were battering Florida Poly's defense, but they just didn't have enough creativity to get it around them. So now their backs to the wall. They've got to get the win here. Otherwise, we'll see a sweep. So we'll see what happens.
We will. Yeah, if they can find a way to burst out of those corners, you're hoping for favorable 50s at that point, right? If you're just banging the ball into the corner, you're dribbling it into the corner because midfield's a little too dangerous and you haven't been successful in your midfield 50 game. It's just that's why an offense can feel so stagnant, because we call them 50-50s for a reason. You can't win all of them, especially when Florida Poly look as solid as they do on defense. And when you get forced into the corner, it's the hardest place to play on offense. So we'll see. But everything's set. The players are ready to go. They've taken their sides of the pitch, and Game 3 going to get underway. Bob Stowe has impressed 2 games. Can he make it a third for Florida Poly? We're underway. Solid kickoff start. Oh, but the bounce ruined Synthex. And I thought maybe Northeastern were going to get a quick chance at that ball. Desu was the only guy back, but he got the ball out. Jay Frazier contends with him up high and got the ball out as well.
Couple double commits on both sides. So it's been a hectic start so far. Another series of challenges coming in and a double commit from Florida Poly. We'll see if this is a chance for a counter. No, it's just chaos.
Yeah. Well, I think he was expecting a midfield challenge on the play. And then when he pulls off of it, everyone is like, wait, you don't touch the ball? I don't know what to do now. I mean, I don't blame anybody for that. It's not what you're used to seeing.
It's like a domino effect. One player doesn't go for the ball the way you think, and it cascading effects through the entire rotations of every team.
But the rotation has re-solidified for Florida Poly, and the three-point passing play was good, but that final touch was not. Rex gets demoed on his way up to that ball from Flams. Desu just going to bang the ball on the side. Florida Poly were expecting a quicker challenge from Northeastern, who were content to just sit back and watch them play laterally. Do they get the play here on offense? Can they grab this next rebound? They will, and that was a smart touch. Jay Frazier slows it down, and now the front man tries to get up the demo, but Rex took the ball away. I like the ideas from Northeastern, but it's cleared out again.
This is like a mud wrestling match right now. It seems like both of the teams are vying to get any sort of leverage. They can't do it. No one's winning right now. We're almost 2 minutes into this game, and we still haven't registered a shot for either team. It has been such a battle at the midfield.
Oh, what a shot! Ooh,
This one,
there you go.
I think this was a pinch here between the defender. As we see Dezu trying to get the pass to Rex, and then, skipped right off of Rex's head and in. So we waited all that time, and a bit of an unorthodox goal.
It kind of rolled off his car. You were talking about, slipping a little bit where the cascade effect, but I just think it's the oil slick power up.
Jorby,
What?
there's still not a shot registered in the game. And
wait,
Northeastern is
Oh my
winning
God.
1-0.
Oh, yeah, that's because Rex shot it.
Yeah,
Rex
we might
shot
see
it.
a 0-shot game.
That's awesome. It'd be cool if they had like a -1 for Rex in the shot category. Not goals. That's mean. But like, I'd love to see a negative shot total. It's like, yeah, man, nice shot. Oh, he almost put one on net there, but it's taken away. Cool. That was dumped out in space, and that's a long pass for it to connect pretty cleanly. Florida Poly back on it.
There
Bob
we
Stowe's
go.
there. Bob Stowe is in! And Florida Poly tie it up.
And Florida Poly's had a couple of good passing plays. This was another one. Dezu off the backboard. Bob Stowe waiting in the middle. And even before that, we saw, I believe it was Bob Stowe who fed that over to Dezu. So Florida Poly getting their passing plays back in order. And we've seen this from them all series long. They may not get the most chances, but it's a lot of times quality over quantity. And Florida Poly has made some quality attacks, and they're looking like the better team so far.
Yeah, Desu and Jay Frazier actually sneaks this in between two defenders. I thought this one would be saved, but he snuck it in.
Rex jumping a bit too high, but I think it actually hit off the bottom of his car. You saw the orange trail, yeah. Northeastern.
Oh, Rex, no!
Again!
No shots!
Northeastern doesn't have a shot.
Oh my
They have
gosh.
2 goals on 0 shots. I don't remember the last time I've seen this.
How many goals have been scored with 0 shots on net? Okay, there's their first.
There's
First shot
one.
on net, and they are 200%.
And it's Flums who doesn't have a goal. That's the only shot. That's funny.
Oh, it's pretty great. Well, a different form of entertainment, but a most welcome one. Where did the shots go? They went into Florida Poly's net just with the own goal. Stax' favorite shot in Rocket League. Oh! And that shot will be blocked by Synthex. Northeastern, you'll take goals no matter how you get them. They say thank you, Rex, for playing the unwanted 4th man. And
I like that back pass.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some glimmers here, and then we might see something miraculous here. Oh, I thought he was going to hit Flums midair.
That would have been sick. Flops had like 20 boosts, and he was, I'm just going to try to maintain as much air as I can. And he was tilting his car down, so he was hoping if Synthex hit him there that he would bang it right down into the net. But Florida Poly, they snuck it, and it was saved barely by Jay Frazier.
Scary moment. Fortunately, they had the rotations coming through.
Uh-oh. Close one. I thought that whiff was surely going to lead to a goal. A demo on the backside of the rotation. Jay Frazier needed that clear. He got it. Now he slows it down. He's got no boost. All he can do is flick it up and hope his team can get the next clear out. However, there's only one man back. Synthex has to do the job. Does it well enough. Floms cuts right in, but he's got nothing. He missed that midfield boost. That'll kill him. And Northeastern, they're fine to play this way with time expiring. They got the lead. But for how long? Here's Bob Stowe. He's been successful so far tonight. He gets by 1. He's going to need his team to help him out. Misread, and it's off the corner. Trying to dive for it. Again was Bob Stowe, and Rex got bumped. Can't get the shot. Jay Frazier just wants to kill the ball, and it bounces down. Northeastern don't get swept.
And now chat gets to see this beautiful scoreboard. I think it finished with both players from Northeastern who have goals scoring without a shot. So that from Northeastern was good possession. They and even that last one, I still think, even though they didn't get credit for the shot, it was still a good shot. It skipped underneath the car, and that's what you want to do when you got somebody challenging high, put it low. So it worked out. And Northeastern limp away with a win, but they keep hopes alive.
Yeah, I thought Jay Frazier played a solid game. He had top of the leaderboard as well with the MVP, but his dribbles have been more consistent in Game 3. I felt like even in low boost situations, he maintained better control and had a better idea of how, in his micro 1v1 situations, how the opponent was approaching the ball, because he was losing those a lot more in the first 2 games. If they're more successful in those 50s, again, we said it after game 2, and it was successful in game 3, so maybe game 4 can be the same.
Yeah, but that game was so scrappy at the start, Jorby. We saw no one really getting possession for a prolonged period of time. It was midfield challenge after midfield challenge, and already an early goal 3 seconds in. Dezu blasted that one off the crossbar, and that was a great shot.
Really was perfect timing on the flip. I mean, that's what you practice in training, to hit that shot every time. When you're practicing your basic shooting, you want that power, you want that precision every single time you touch the ball. Dezu nails it that time. Actually going to get a good look in the third.
That.
He's got a pass. Rex
Love
gives it back to him.
Oh.
And Dezu, it was tough to get around that ball, but he bumped Synthex off. And so Florida Poly can stay in the blue half.
And that's one thing that I've really been enjoying about Dezu's gameplay is he's always looking for the pass. Always looking for the pass. And we've seen him make the plays as well, starting out this game with that accurate shot. But Dezu has been a key part of the offense for Florida Poly, whereas Bob Stowe's had a great defensive presence. Dezu's been doing the work on the offensive end.
Well, Bob Stowe takes point on offense here. Just pops the ball away from the defender. Flams takes him out, and quickly, Northeastern want to move down the field, but Flams couldn't get that ball out to Synthex, and this always throws this Northeastern rotation out of whack. But Jay Frazier, he wins a 50. Flams jumped maybe a little early, stole the ball away in midair. Again, I think Northeastern is just a little jumpy, James.
A little bit, and it's understandable. They're playing with their life on the line right now for the series. And they had a scrappy win last game. I still think they can do it. I think, and if they get this win, then they're going to have all the confidence going into Game 5. And it's still early, so we haven't seen much. We haven't seen domination out of Florida Poly. In fact, I think if we looked at a graph of possession, it would be very close, and maybe even in favor of Northeastern. So we'll see how this one ends.
They've certainly held on to the ball on defense, where Florida Poly have had to constantly refuel in midfield. But that's a nice initial flick from Bob Stowe. Flams jump back to get it back to the corner. A nice little jump there from Jay Frazier as well. That double commit might give them the lead. There it is, and the goal ties it up. Flams with the long call.
You see the double commit, Bob Stowe and Dezu. It wasn't the greatest hit, and it looked like Flams
full shot
maybe even got grazed on that. I don't know. It was on the replay. It looked like it barely he got touched, and maybe he did get pull shot into that.
It did kind of look like the momentum jutted forward a bit after the graze, because I saw the same thing you did. But, ooh, flip reset. Oh, Dezu, James, you called him out for his offensive prowess earlier. Here he is showing off.
And that was such a nice touch. You see him hitting the brakes as he's
flip
going
reset.
up the wall.
I love it.
And that is one thing that I do want to point out that is really difficult, is knowing when to use that brake to get the perfect first touch. The first touch, so important in setting up any shot. And Dezu slamming on the brakes there, got a lovely touch to set up that ceiling shot. You know, the ceiling shot looks pretty, but it was really that braking and the first touch that set him up to be able to make that solid shot. So well done by Dezu. Great finesse.
Really confident in the shooting. I'd love to see it when Florida Poly are trying to close this set out. It can be so easy to let a best of 5 slip out of your grasp. We probably see reverse sweeps more often than you'd think in best of 5 series, even at the pro level. It's just one game can make the difference. That's why we talk about game 3 always being the most important in a best of 5. And it could be what starts Northeastern on the path to success. Bob Stowe on the backside. You saw him make that save earlier to get his team out of a hard one. And here's Dezu. He tried to find Rex, but Rex just couldn't put the ball on target. And now Bob Stowe flips it around. Northeastern are in a little bit of trouble. Corner, Dezu kills it completely, and Rex wasn't ready for it. He's got to stay back on
low. All low right now. The only person with any bit of boost was Flams, but he's using it up on the backboard. Nothing in the tanks, and Bob Stowe will finally be able to break through. Florida Poly, they drain Northeastern and eventually strike.
Just Flams was the guy back initially on defense. He had 20 boost left in the tank on it, and he's basically sitting back. He knows that carry is coming towards him, but he keeps creeping forward. And as soon as Flams realized he's crept too far forward, he immediately turns around and tries to get onto the back wall. But the second he turns around, that's exactly when he's lost. Northeastern trying to pull within one again, and the shot is denied, this time by Rex. Flams getting back around the ball again. Jay Frazier's going to follow him close. The pinch, while it was a good idea, Rex got back quickly, and Florida Poly making a 2-goal lead feel a little too distant right now.
Florida Poly's just been playing with a bit of a faster pace. Dezu really standing out with the mechanics. Another ceiling shot play right here, even though it gets shut down. Dezu has been putting on so much pressure. Not only shooting, but we saw him try to set up Rex, who came up a bit short on the pass from Dezu. But Florida Poly really keeping firm control of the game. Despite having to fend off some early pressure in the series, they've really amped it up in this final game.
Get back onto the blue half. Ooh, and Jay Frazier just missed that read, but Syntax grabs the ball for him. He wants to stay downfield. Northeastern are always looking for those options on offense, but the trouble has consistently been hanging on to this ball and being in the right spot for the follow-up challenge. It's been killing them on these drives, and Florida Poly, boom, another one. The task gets that much harder, and that almost turned into another goal had Jay Frazier not jumped in front of it, and it's just loose in front of the box. It almost goes in, but Flams keeps it out off the post. They try to get downfield. The demo puts Dezu right back where he needs to be on defense, and the time is the worst enemy of Northeastern as they put another one downfield, but it's almost over. Here's another chance. Synthex throws it out. He's got no boost to chase it. They got to wait for Dezu. Dezu puts it up high, awkward. That'll do it. Florida Poly take down Northeastern in 4. Northeastern still hunting for a match win.
Northeastern, I thought they had a good start. They had some good moments early on where they were making defenders miss. But the synergy was just not there today for Northeastern. Florida Poly, on the other hand, we saw them make quite a few lovely team passing plays. Dezu in the air was very good. Lovely first touches, lovely finesse from him. Bob Stowe on the defensive end making plays. Even on the offensive end, we saw him popping off earlier in the series. Dezu, I thought, finished strong. Rex rounding things out with just a solid performance. But Florida Poly, they got the win commandingly here.
Yeah, I really like this team. I like how they looked. I'm excited to see more of Dezu this season. I'm excited to see more of Bobstow. And I am excited to see more of Rex. I thought Rex looked good at times in this match. But we got more Rocket League action coming up after the break. The big one's up next. North Texas versus the Oregon Ducks. Who will take that one? Well, we'll have it after the break.